using these groups, and that allowed me to go virtual. And as soon as I did that, I told my wife, I'm like, we're free. We don't have to be in a market that we live in. Like, we can go travel the world just like we always talked about. So we took our 10-year plan of traveling the world, collapsed time, and made it happen now.
Mic check. I'm good.
Mic check.
You can read about success all day long, but if you don't put in the work, the mindset, execution, and the hustle behind your vision, it just remains a dream.
When everything goes wrong, you have to take all the responsibility.
We uncover what high-level entrepreneurs, business owners do to rise up from hustling daily.
So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances.
The world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
Join me as I share with you actionable tips to help you grow your business, learn skills, and help you level up in your self-development journey.
Your number one spot for business and personal growth is the Online Hustlers Podcast with your host, Esteban Andrade.
Every day I'm hustling.
In this episode of Online Hustlers, what we're going to cover is we're going to cover how somehow, like, Kyle Rodgers has allowed himself to create freedom and travel around the world in order to do whatever he wants to do, have students teaching them exactly how to leverage Facebook organic marketing methods in the real estate investing world to generate inbound motivated seller leads and close deals, and especially how to scale this and take this to other levels. Okay, so we got here Kyle Rodgers, who is actually going to share with us something huge in the real estate investing marketing arena that actually no one is doing, and very, very few people have been able to crack the code on this, and that is organic marketing through Facebook. And you can do this yourself. It's a very, very low cost, very effective way of actually leveraging a social media where everyone is, and you can find motivated sellers, and then also use the power of teams and team building, virtual assistants, whatever it is that you want to call it, in order to get this on a level. But before we go to the nitty gritty, I want you to know that we have here the owner and the CEO of this company that now teaches real estate investors to do exactly that. But himself was able to actually go from not, of course, trying to figure this out to creating a full working program that will do this for real estate investors. And now he does that with real estate investors and teaches real estate investors to do this. Okay, we have here Kyle Rodgers, and I'm so passionate about this because this is a great method. This is how you're being able to create your multi-million-dollar business as well, being able to create freedom for yourself and being able to actually detach yourself from the business because you created systems around this, which is huge, 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 huge. So, Kyle, tell us about yourself real quick here before we go into any type of details.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, Esteban. I'm super stoked, man. I'm ready to drop some value, drop some bombs for you guys, and hopefully give you the tools to make six figures within just a couple of months out of Facebook groups without spending a dime on advertising. That's what's so amazing with these groups. Within Facebook groups, you can access literally hundreds of thousands of people, hands off with the method that I teach, and you're able to do it without spending a fortune on advertising. And I know you do paid advertising with a lot of success, and you have a lot of people that are just killing it in that space. But what's cool about this method is it just gives you a different path and a different way to use Facebook to get to the same results. I've been in real estate investing for the last 4 years. And when I first got into it, I just jumped right in. I burned the ships. I actually quit my job. I've been in direct sales and marketing for over a decade now. A lot of that working with direct TV, selling satellite TV. Now, I used to sell satellite TV commission-based for a lot of my career, and I rose through the ranks to where I became number 7 top salesperson in the nation with direct TV, going to trade shows and door-to-door, just selling satellite TV. But I hit a wall because I was capping out at $30,000 a year, $35,000 a year. even though I was one of their top reps. And I was just like over it. I'm like, there has to be a better way. There has to be something that I can sell that's going to make me a whole heck of a lot higher commissions or higher paychecks than selling the satellite TV. So I racked my brain and I'm like, what can I get into? Real estate. That's the thing that I immediately was drawn to, and not the broker side, not the agent side, but the real estate investing. And I found out about wholesaling.
But you had these skills. So you were able to get these skills that were sales, because you got into the sales force. Okay. And it's a really huge skills that actually real estate investors need to get in order to, of course, lock up deals, get people under contract, homeowners that need to sell their people under contract. So you're able to have that skill, and you will have to have that foundation. Oh man, that's awesome. So tell me more about that.
Yeah, for sure. I jumped full in because I was just done making so little, and I knew this was my path to financial freedom. I'm like, wholesaling, I can invest without fixing up the property, without any of my own money, without risking my credit. Yeah. So I was all in. So I got my YouTube education, going through watching YouTube videos and just learning the ropes. And I learned very quickly that I needed a mentor because I wasn't getting very far. So I went and worked with somebody as their acquisition manager, and he fronted all of the money for the advertising, which I eventually had to pay back out of my commissions. But he was fronting the money up for the advertising. He's spending $10,000 a month on direct mail.
Oh, wow.
$10,000 a month. A 4-month campaign, $40,000.
Yes.
Guess how many deals we got from it?
I very few, man. Surprised me. Oh my God.
Zero. Not a single one. I was just sitting there with my head in my hands, just done, ready to walk away forever. I was so discouraged because for months I was working 80-hour weeks, beating my head against the wall and not getting anywhere. Luckily, I wasn't in debt to this guy. Luckily, I did get a couple deals that helped me break even and put a little bit of money in my pocket. I was probably making him less than minimum wage, but I wasn't in debt to this guy. And I started to rack my brain. And I'm like, okay, where did I find these deals? Let me reverse engineer what I did. What was the most effective thing that I was doing? And it was online marketing, specifically Facebook groups that I was getting these deals from. So as soon as I did that, I'm like, I'm going to go all in. I'm gonna ditch the guerrilla marketing, the old school marketing, and focus on just this.
Did you start experimenting this to like get actually, because you were the acquisition manager, right? And the acquisition manager needs to set appointments with homeowners that need to sell their property, okay? And of course, take inbound appointments that we're getting from the marketing that the company you work for. But you went ahead and kind of like took in another approach. So you went and actually took the initiative and try to figure out Facebook groups, or how was this?
Yeah. I took the initiative, and I was just trying to figure out other methods. I was looking for deals on Zillow. Like this is the beginning. It's when I first got my start. So I was just trying everything. I was looking at deals on Zillow, which was just no good. No, that's a terrible way to do it. Craigslist, which I had a little bit of success on that, but it was mostly Facebook groups. And when I discovered that, I was able to walk away and start my own business. And it was like the floodgates open. There was so much response that I had a hard time keeping up. It's like a faucet that I could turn on and off at will. And as soon as I did that, I was able to go virtual and do virtual deals, because not only could I find the seller through Facebook groups, I was also finding the end buyer. So I was doing both ends of the deal using these groups, and that allowed me to go virtual. And as soon as I did that, I told my wife, I'm like, we're free. We don't have to be in a market that we live in. Like, we can go travel the world just like we always talked about. So we took our 10-year plan of traveling the world, collapsed time, and made it happen now. And I sold everything that I owned, fit the rest of what I had in backpacks. And I took my wife and my 4-year-old daughter across the world, and we lived in Europe for 6 months. In fact, we flew into Italy. We flew into Rome. Then we were up in Turin, Italy, which is amazing, Milan. We were over in Venice. Then we went over to Prague and Croatia and France, and Saint-Tropez, Paris, all these beautiful locations that we always wanted to go. And we lived over there for 6 months straight out of Airbnbs while I was doing deals virtually over in the US.
That's amazing, man. Hey, I'm really curious right now. What kind of sparked you the interest of like even considering Facebook groups? We have cold calls, we have SMS marketing, we have radio ads, Facebook ads, which is paid. All of these are, paid advertising methods, Google AdWords, PPC. We have direct mail. But I'm really curious, what made you think that Facebook groups is something that was going to work?
Man, I was just trying anything and everything, especially when I didn't have a large advertising budget. A lot of that money was being poured into direct mail, so there wasn't much room to do any other paid advertising. So where can I post for free? And Facebook groups is one of those places, and that's where I posted and had success.
You posted there for free. So you were like, hey, I'm just going to get a Facebook group. Hopefully there's people, or you kind of were sure, yes, there's homeowners that are looking in a Facebook group. There's a homeowner just laying out there, kind of like waiting for the Facebook algorithm to hit them, and boom, you're gonna get a lead right there, someone interested. Is that what kind of what went through your thought?
Yeah, I was looking at local groups. I was looking at local groups, and I'm like, there has to be something here. And I saw in these groups that there was 10,000 members in some, 50,000 members in others. So between all of them, there's dozens and dozens of groups in each market. I mean, that's access to hundreds of thousands of people for free. So I'm like, I'm going to mess around in here and post digital bandit signs. It's kind of what it's like. It's like digital bandit signs. You do one of the card posts with the color background saying, hey, I'm looking for a fixer, willing to pay in cash, who's selling, something to that effect, and get these people's attention in these local based groups. And it immediately worked. And it worked right away.
Yeah, man. And you know what? For my business as a whole, my agency, I've also been able to leverage Facebook groups, organic marketing, where I reach out to people or I post something, and then the Facebook algorithm helps me because I'm basically now everywhere because people see my thing, and then I reach out to this person, kind of offering something, right? So I've been able to connect with a lot of people myself for the agency. And I know that this works for agency, but I would never have really thought that, hey, it could also work for B2C, such as homeowners, motivated sellers, and ultimately build this type of business, man. So it's incredible the thing that you've been able to do and teach, because it starts as a free platform, all right? And then you're gonna be able to start building systems to actually make it a marketing channel that is consistent.
Yeah, 100%. And when I was over in Europe, people saw what I was doing and they got to know, and I'm active in real estate investor groups too. In fact, that's where I found my buyers. You guys want to find some cash buyers, hit up real estate investing groups. That's a great source. And this is where I would just network and people would see what I was doing and they see my travel lifestyle. Like even right now, we're doing an interview. I'm in my Jeep, my Class A motorhome's over there. And so I'm always traveling and always having that adventure brand. But people would start to recognize this, and I would gain this following. And I started to teach other investors how to do this. And since then, I've helped several investors make six figures, multiple six figures. And some of them hit six figures in less than 30 days. In fact, I've had a couple people hit that within 2 weeks, over $100,000 from deals found in Facebook groups. So it's incredibly leveraged and it works tremendously. And now I've taken my expertise from when I did door-to-door sales and event sales with DirecTV, building teams for them. And I took that commission-based team building over to the real estate investing world. And now I build teams around it. I find appointment setters that are commission-based. So that means you don't pay them until you get paid. And they use their own Facebook account to post on my behalf. And they're like digital bird dogs. Digital bird dogs posting these digital bandit signs, talking to the seller on Messenger, qualifying them, making sure they're not just a tire kicker, but they're a good lead, and then booking them in with me. So now it's hands off.
No, man, let me just understand it pretty well. You knew that there is a system that works for your, regular real estate investing, where you're leveraging appointment setters, people that are basically generating appointment, lead managers, call it however it is. And you went ahead and started making them virtual on Facebook. And you started reaching out to homeowners that way as well. But they started using their own Facebook profile in order to do this. And ultimately, it was a lead generation machine. Ultimately, it will be people that will be having the intention to sell their property. Why? Because like you mentioned, a digital bandit sign, man, a bandit sign usually either will bring you other wholesalers or will bring you people that actually took the time to take a look at the phone number and call you, right? So there's some sort of intention, kind of like a physical Google ad right there. So you put that digital bandit sign and you made hundreds of other people, or maybe just like a few dozen of other people post this thing and generate an inflow of motivated seller leads, right? How awesome is that, man?
Yeah, and actually, I don't have that many. You know, I keep a pretty boutique niche team. You don't need a lot. If you're just a one-man show, a one-man operation, and you're still talking to sellers on the phone, all you need is 3 or 4 appointment setters booking you, and they'll keep you busy just with 3 or 4 people.
3 or 4 people. So that is good enough. Yep. Okay. So are these appointment setters? Are these any easy to find? This could be any virtual assistant from offshore. It could be an American appointment setter, or what would you be looking into this type of people?
You'd be surprised. So we don't use VAs at all. VAs, to me, they're very good at administrative work, copy and paste kind of work, but they're not salespeople. They're not smooth talkers. They're not quick on their feet. So I'm looking for US based. I'm looking for salespeople and entrepreneurs, hustlers, people that are good at this sales world, and sales is something that lights them up, and they're hungry to work a commission-based job because they don't want to make a wage. They want to make an uncapped income. So those are the types of people that I go after, and the ones that make the best appointment setters are other wholesalers. Just like the people that make the best bird dogs are struggling wholesalers, right? So you're looking for people that they want to get into wholesaling, they want to get into real estate investing, but they are struggling, and all they want to do is be part of a good team and squat up. They want to be part of a good team and a winning process. So you find them inside groups, wholesaling groups and investing groups. That's where you find your setters.
This is absolutely right. And, Americans and, a lot of us online hustlers, the people that want to leverage that offshore, great people that are out there, heavy, hard workers, think that we can definitely do almost every single and replace almost every single part of our business with virtual assistants that will do repetitive tasks. But the truth is that we will definitely need highly motivated, sales fluent, English fluent people to take on these type of things, because there's going to be situations 100%. When talking with motivated sellers where you're going to be sparking a conversation. You're going to be going in and see someone that is interested, someone that is going to say, yes, I have a property. I have a property for sale. What can you do for this? What's your offer? Okay. And you need to make sure that you're pivoting and following now a structure, a framework based on a script where you can ultimately bring them to get an appointment set to talk about the offer. All right. So you're going to offload them from Facebook group that they haven't given you any of your information. They already kind of told you. They already kind of told you that they exist, but you only have their Facebook profile now after they have responded to the Facebook post. Now you have to be able to offload them from Facebook group, and you have to get their contact information, maybe any rebuttals, any objections that is out there. All right. And follow a framework so you can get them up there and get their phone number and even email and get them on the phone to chat human. Hey, I exist. So ultimately, Americans, I want to say Canadians also work, right? All these people that are just like have a sales mentality, and we in the United States of America, we have this like core strength in sales, and it's going to be very hard for someone from offshore to kind of do the same thing unless they have been living their whole life in the United States and had like that type of culture experience and shift 100%.
Yeah. VAs, they're just, they want a certain paycheck. They want certainty. They want to know if they have job security. and they would rather not talk to people if they don't have to. They just like to type away on their computer, and that's their personality type. So you're looking for a different personality type. I do have some people that are offshore that are setters. In fact, one of my top setters on my team is from Lebanon. But the thing is he's not a VA. He's never been a virtual assistant. He was actually interested in real estate investing before he met me. He wanted to do virtual wholesaling from Lebanon in the U.S., and he took Sean Terry's program. So, he may be offshore, but he's a hustler. He's a salesperson who's interested in getting into real estate investing, and that's why he did well.
Okay.
And he's never been a VA. He's a helicopter pilot for the military over there. So
damn, man. So these hungry online hustlers that you're now hiring based on commission, what's your method of training? If you were to like get one, let's say someone is ready to rock and roll with Facebook group organic marketing, all right, and it has someone in mind, this American person, this American dude or gal is wanting to help me. What are the first steps? What are the first things that they should be aware and start doing so that they can leverage this Facebook group organic inbound marketing?
Yeah, so we set it up like it's a revolving door. If you have multi-level marketing, for example, a lot of us are from multi-level marketing, MLMs. You do it as a side hustle, and it's something you might do for a few months, and you might fall off. So we actually treat it like a revolving door. We have a lot of people coming in. We have a recruiter who's recruiting consistently every single week because we know these guys are doing it as a side hustle. A lot of them have jobs. They're spending a couple hours a day from their Facebook account doing this for us. So we keep this flow of setters coming in, and then we do a group interview every single week that we hold, and we get them pumped up on the job. We get them excited to learn while they earn. We tell them that they have to use their own Facebook account. We tell them it's commission-based, but get them excited about the comp plan. Then we tell them that there's a non-compete, and we harp on that so that people know that they can't just take this information and run. And then at the end, we give them a complete understanding of what this is so that by the time they move on to the next step, they're ready to go. We give them a course, and the course trains them. And then we do live training a couple times a week with them to where we're training them live on Zoom. So not only do we do this for our team, we also do this for our clients, because I run an agency, but we're not a done for you agency. We're not actually, producing the leads for people. Instead, we're done with you. So what that means is that I'm helping you recruit your team, and it's in-house. So by the end of it, by the time you graduate after 3 months, you own the systems, and the people built around it are in-house. They're yours, and you're not going to need me anymore after that's done. So I'm helping you recruit your team. I'm getting on there and doing the group interview for you, getting them all pumped up. I'm training them live every single week. I have a course already built for you to plug them into. I have scripts and swipe files for them to copy and paste off of. So I build the entire infrastructure and hold you by the hand and build your team in-house. That's what I do for my 3-month program.
I absolutely love that, man. Hey, by the way, if you want to reach out to Kyle Rodgers, there's going to be a Facebook group that is going to be posted under this post where you can go ahead and be able to see all the golden nuggets of free stuff that is happening about how to really leverage Facebook groups, the nitty gritty details on how to do that from A to B to C steps. And you're going to be able to see a lot of people winning doing this organic marketing. But hey, Kyle, let's go back to the conversation. Like one appointment setter, how many deals can they bring in a year, in a month? How many deals do you think that can be done from one appointment setter?
So our best appointment setters, if they don't want to do this part-time and they want to go more full-time, we'll actually provide them with other accounts. We'll get more real, because they have to be real. You can't use fake Facebook accounts. So we'll go and purchase real Facebook accounts and have one setter using 3 or 4 different accounts so that they're able to put more time into this. And somebody that's doing that, they can get 3 to 4 deals a month. Now, if you have a part-timer, do they have a job already? They only have a couple hours a night to put into this. Well, they can use one Facebook account. They use their own Facebook account, and they can get 1 to 2 deals a month just from one account. And consistently, they'll be able to get 3 to 5 qualified appointments for you every single week. That means qualified, motivated seller, 3 to 5 appointments every single week. Just a part-timer with one Facebook account.
Awesome. Okay. And let's say someone right now wants to like try it out. Okay. So they're going to start posting on these local groups, like you said. They're going to start posting at specific times, whenever they're free of posting. They're grabbing their phone or they're grabbing their Facebook on the desktop, and they're going to post, and they're going to start doing it by themselves and not having an appointment setter. Maybe this person is the one that like, hey, I gotta be able to master this, and then I teach it properly. If that someone was to put how many hours in the day can reflect 1 to 2 deals a month that you think that this person should be able to do? How many hours in a day, and what type of effort is someone needing to do?
About 15 hours a week is what you're looking into.
15 hours a week. So I'm going to go grab my phone and I'm going to, post this, basically virtual bandit signs, posting out there about being able to help motivated sellers or homeowners that need to sell their property fast, posting in Facebook groups. And that's going to be, so 15 divided into 5, let's say it's 5 days, 3 hours a day, or maybe 2 hours if you include the weekend. And that's going to be enough to create a flow of organic lead generation and conversion. Is that right?
Yes, 100%.
Awesome, man. Do you think that people could be maybe leveraging any type of automation with this? Is there anything that kind of makes the life easier for this, if they were to like start doing it? Because I know there's very like different tools out there that can help, but is there something that you would definitely recommend?
Yeah, so you there's no more bots. You cannot automatically post in Facebook groups with an auto poster. Facebook killed that feature a couple of years ago, so it's not something you can do. You need real people with real Facebook accounts posting and doing this manually. So the only way to do it hands off and on autopilot is to build a team around it, people that are using their own accounts to post for you and talk to the sellers on Messenger for you. So that means having a team in place to recruit people on a weekly basis, somebody to run your group interviews, somebody to run your live team trainings, a course that trains your newbies up. And this is all stuff that we provide in our agency.
100%. Hey, and because I use this for my own agency, and hey, you know what? I've never actually done the Facebook group organic, but whenever I create a team and the team is an online hustling team, I will make sure that also put it in my plate. But for the team that I have created to use Facebook groups and organic marketing, there's going to be something I'm going to give you here for free. It's a golden nugget. The way that I do this, whenever I create my team of virtual appointment setters that are going to be setting these appointments hungrily, what I have after I have a conversation with the seller, all right, first of all, I'm going to use some sort of Facebook organizer, something that kind of gives me colors, organize me, tags. Hey, this is a prospect, yes or no. So there's different tools out there, but also I'm going to, because I'm doing it myself, I'm going to either put a bookmark in the Google Chrome or in your phone, or a quick little link, hyperlink that is going to pop up a calendar link that is ultimately going to be connected to my CRM. So I can quickly include this and quickly get this seller off Facebook quickly into my CRM to stay organized. And that has been huge because it increases the speed, the process of the conversion. Because if their CRM can absolutely, organize the lead on specific stage, but also maybe send a quick text message, that is going to increase the conversion by a huge amount of percent. So if you're looking to do that and you're thinking, hey, I've had conversations, but moving from conversation all the way to an appointment, it's been difficult, takes a lot of time, consider these tools that will 100% help you. All right. After having conversation.
Yeah, we use Calendly because in Calendly, that it's going to put it on their calendar and give them automatic reminders. So that's how we use people to book. And then we use a Facebook Messenger CRM called Messenger Organizer. And it does what you're talking about, to where it tags different colors and puts your conversations into categories so that you can stay a lot more organized within Messenger, so it's not a mess. Works so good.
Man. And you know what? I've seen some of your students post like, hey, I recently got a 6-figure deal, a contract 6-figure, and guess what? It was using Facebook organic marketing.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, look, I just put a few hours in the day. This guy's still not using Teams. However, it's because he's not in the program just yet. So imagine being in the program, leveraging Teams and doing this so consistently, this 6-figure deals that sometimes will come up. But like, even if it is a 5-figure assignment fee, all right? Now you're adding at least during the year, at least 6 figures. Every single year, it could be a 6 figures or multiple 6 figures using Facebook group. And Kyle is all about this.
Yeah, for sure. But I do have another interview I got to jump on. I have had so much fun having you on here, Esteban. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to drop some gold with your audience. And if you guys want to see more, I do have a free group that I'm constantly giving value. I have expert interviews every single week that I have people coming on. I have free giveaways, mini courses that I give away all the time. My free Facebook group is almost like a mastermind in and of itself. And that group is called Group Marketing Real Estate Investing Leads. Group Marketing Real Estate Investing Leads. And I'll drop the link in the comments so that you guys have it as well. But I'd love to see you over there.
You heard that right. I'm going to drop the link in the comments too. Group Marketing and Real Estate Investing Leads. And like he said, it's a mastermind. Basically, you're getting a free group mastermind where if you're paying attention and you're doing your homework, hey, you're going to have a sweet time starting with Facebook organic marketing and knowing how to generate motivated sellers for your real estate investing game. Okay. So it was awesome having Kyle here. It was awesome having Kyle Rodgers here. And up to the next one. Take care.
Heck yeah. All right, Esteban. Look forward to talking to you, brother. Thanks, everybody.
Take care.